Okay, so this is part 3. So here are the remote cable, remote connections that went to that Y cable, which I disconnected. Okay, I know there's a lot of wires, but it's really not that daunting. It's just a lot of repetitive stuff. Now I'm going to put new labels on here, but if you can see right here, you see on the back it has like a long strip with the number 1 on it. This right here, that means channel 1. That means channel 3, which is on the other side. And then if you look down here, actually this doesn't have a 2, but there's a 4 over there. Like I said, I'll number the cables. Now all the cables themselves, all these last wires are for the heads that they all go up into the transport section up there. So here's channel 1. We're going to look at channel 1. And I'll do this carefully here. So these connectors are an old style connector. It doesn't just unplug, so you got to watch what you're doing. There's like a little tang here, and you just spin it off. You see it like spins. See it? It just spins off like a half a turn, not even a quarter turn, and you unplug it. Now these are keyed. If you notice the plug on here, let's see if I can focus it a little better. But you see there's one pin. This last bottom one here is a little bit larger than the other ones. So when you put it in, make sure that they're in the right way. And take your time with this because you want to make sure everything goes in right. You're not forcing anything. The little twist part is a little hard to twist, so just FYI, this is hard to twist when you actually plug it in. So that's one of the cables, and you see there's actually a number 1 on the wire. But like I said, I'll put new numbers on. I'll put new numbers so you don't get confused. Okay. Same with this one. This is one of the other head cables here. Same thing. It twists off and unplugs. This one has a few more pins, but the same thing. There's a keyway, and the thing goes in one way. And be careful not to. I mean, they're pretty robust, but you don't want to fool around with these and break them off. Okay, so. The other wire, which comes out of the center of this, is, by the way, this unit that you're plugging the heads into is one of the track sync units. Okay, so this wire here that you see, this is the last one for the heads, and it goes into the electronics. You see it right below that power connector we talked about before, and this just unplugs. There's no unlock or anything like that. This also has a keyway to it, so make sure that you see that that's the way it plugs in. See the keyway? Like I said, take your time with it. You see there's a number 1 there too. These labels are from the factory. Okay, so now all the plugs are not identical like the other channel 3. I'm going to just disconnect it just so you see what we're doing here. Okay, same thing. I'm going to disconnect this channel. Okay, remember there's pins here, just watch out for those. There's the other one. Remember, this is the same as the one we just did, channel 3. Here's the tail, this is the one that goes to the electronics, and that just unplugs. Okay? So now you're pretty much disconnected, except for one more wire, which I left out, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to channel 1. There's one more wire here. And if you know what a BNC connector is, this is the one last wire from each one of these. It's a twist off. You do like a half a twist and it comes disconnected. See, here's the connector. The twist off. So when you put it in, you put it down, and it's like a bayonet. And you just give a little twist, and it's in. Okay, so we'll disconnect that. Sorry, I left that out. Same with this one here. Just a little push and twist, and it comes out. Okay, see there's a pin in the middle of that connector. You can see it. You can see it. Okay, there's a pin right there. Okay, so now the difference is here is that the lower electronics, it essentially does the same thing, but the connectors are a little different. But these have the same numbers, like this is channel 2 and follows channel 2. Same thing, but this has one of the twist connections, the BNC connections there. And then this is just this is channel 2. This one just pulls out here. Okay. And then the center connector goes to the electronics, and it's like the other connectors. It's a twist off. You just twist it a little and you unplug it. Make sure that you plug these up correctly. And then here's the last one. This is also, in the other channel it was the BNC style, and in this one it's a twist style. So I'll just twist that off. It'll be a little hard to twist, but like I said, just take your time. Okay, so that's that one. Here's this one here, number 4. This is channel 4 I'm doing here. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. This is the BNC connection, and these all go to the same place. They all go to the electronics, to the heads and the transport. Last one here, one of the last ones. Carefully do a little twist, pull the connection off. There's your plug, and here's the last one, and this unplugs. Okay. All right. So from this point forward, all the electronics are disconnected from. It's getting a little caught in there. All the electronics are disconnected from the transport and heads. Okay, so that's all free now. So now I can unbox. Now I can pack the machine and ship it to you. The other thing I want to just mention to you is that when we ship the machine, make sure that all these cards are pushed into place. Just push your finger in them because they do get. I'll pack them well, but just make sure they're all down in place. You'll see in the manual if any of them fall out, but they shouldn't. They shouldn't fall out. So if you have any questions, of course I can help you with that. And oh, one last thing. What I'm going to also do is I'm going to ship it. If you look up here, this is the counter belt. Up here, that has to be disconnected because this part is shipped separately. Okay? Alright, so that should conclude this little demonstration, and it's 3 parts, and we can go from there. Okay, very good.